Coming up on KUJH News, how Pope Francis and his legacy are being remembered on campus. A former Kansas track star claimed victory at the Boston Marathon, plus Earth Day and why we should be taking better care of it.
Live from the studio in Stauffer, Flint, this is KUJH News.
Welcome to KUJH News. I'm Lauren Ritchie.
And I'm Venus Beeland.
The University of Kansas sent a campus-wide email on Monday warning students of a reported sexual assault. Police say it happened early Friday morning near Angle Road, and the report came in on Sunday. The case involves 4 suspects, 1 known and 3 unknown. KU police are still investigating. Students are encouraged to look out for each other and use the Jayhawk Buddy system. Additional safety resources and support services are linked in the university's email.
KU students now plan daily protests in response to changes around gender-inclusive housing policies. This follows months of protests in a town hall meeting earlier this week. KUJH's Lexi Urban joins us in studio to explain how it got to this point.
On February 5th, KU Housing emailed residents of Grace Pearson Scholarship Hall, known by students as GP, about the building reverting from gender-inclusive housing to gender-specific room assignments. Tensions escalated following another email dated February 11th. The email warned students they could face disciplinary consequences, including possible eviction, if they didn't follow policies regarding protest signage. Taylor Doyle and I spoke with students and supporters about their plans to continue protesting this change.
After months of peaceful protests, residents at Grace Pearson Hall say that they were blindsided by the most recent email from KU Housing, threatening disciplinary action, contract cancellations, and reassignments.
I think KU just deciding to remove inclusivity now of all times is evidence that they are rolling over for an administration when it's time to stand up against it.
GIA is here to stay!
The issue centers on KU's removal of gender-inclusive housing for the 2025 to 2026 school year. Students have been hanging banners and placing sticky notes in windows, actions KU Housing later deemed a policy violation, which KU says prevents residents from posting unapproved signage on campus buildings. Professor of Political Science, Gary Reich, has recently supported a student faced with misconduct charges following the protests.
I think it's wrong to use non-academic misconduct charges for students who are simply speaking out in peaceful protest against a university decision.
Residents say the emotional toll has been heavy.
Every free hour, every free minute that I have is spent working on trying to resolve our situation with KU Housing and trying to restore inclusivity in my building. I don't even have time to study till it's after 8 p.m. and then I'm already exhausted because this is really heavy stuff.
The students will continue to communicate with KU Housing in order to voice their concerns. For KUJH News, we are Taylor Doyle and Lexi Urban.
Monday, residents hosted a town hall meeting to encourage conversations between students and university officials. KU Housing was invited to attend, but officially did not participate. Students say a few individuals connected to KU Housing did show up, which meant a lot to those in attendance.
Thank you, Lexi. Those daily protests will take form in a daily walk from Grace Pearson Hall to Corbin Hall at 4:45 p.m. The group is marching to Corbin Hall, where the housing offices are located. For more information and updates on the developing story, visit KUJH's website.
The Lawrence Police Department hopes to return more than $10,000 of stolen items recovered after a Kansas City man was arrested at the Motel 6 on North 3rd Street. The arrest came after someone tracked their stolen AirPods to the motel and called police. Now LPD is using Facebook, hoping to reunite owners with their stolen stuff. KUJH's Jonah Kahn spoke with investigators.
If you're missing keys, a wallet, or even a laptop after your car or home was broken into, the Lawrence Police Department is hoping they can help you out. Investigators recovered more than $10,000 of stolen items, including a vehicle and even some illegal drugs, when they arrested a Kansas City man at the Motel 6 on North 3rd Street on Monday.
So one of the people that called the day prior on the 20th had used the Find My iPhone app, and they were tracking their Apple AirPods They had tracked it to Motel 6 and requested assistance with retrieving their AirPods.
While the man arrested is from Kansas City, the stolen items have been connected to thefts in Lawrence, the Kansas City metro area, and as far as Topeka. A Facebook post shared by LPD shows just a handful of the hundreds of items stolen from area residents.
The car, and either the car was unlocked or the hatch got left open by one of the kids. So when we realized that first thing in the morning, or my wife said, well, the back hatch is open, that was the first thing I thought about, was that thing was gone, and sure enough it was. So.
The Lawrence Police Department asks for your patience as they sort through all the items and will provide information in the coming days on how to contact them if you find yourself missing something. For KUJH, I'm Jonah Kahn, reporting from the Lawrence Police Department.
Jonah, thank you. LPD will be calling people if they have already connected stolen items to a specific case. Additional charges will be made as more victims come forward. And Lawrence Police emphasizes how important it is that the AirPods owner does not go to the motel alone, but instead calls police first.
Now, it's been pretty stormy these last few days. We saw some of those ominous looking clouds last night, and it doesn't look like it's going to stop anytime soon. Sam joins us live outside with a look at today's current conditions.
Thank you, guys. We still have overcast conditions here on campus, but I can see some rays of sunshine way far off to the west, and as the afternoon goes on, the skies will start to clear out gradually. Right now, we're in the low 70s here on campus, with high temperatures climbing to around 78 degrees this afternoon. But the big story is the continued rain chances today through next week. Right now, there is a line of showers just east of the 135 corridor by Salina and Wichita that is heading our direction, but those showers should dissipate before they get here. But what I am watching is a chance for more shower and storm development in that 4 to 7 p.m. time frame this evening, which could bring us some rumbles of thunder around dinner time. Back to you.
Thanks, Sam. We'll keep an eye on those rainy conditions as they develop. Stay with us for further updates. Coming up on KUJH News, find out what journalism students were up to at Arrowhead Stadium yesterday. And Sam will join us in studio with a look at the upcoming forecast. Stay with us.
From adversity, we rose. We made history and became pioneers, voyagers, champions, Jayhawks. And when our chant rises, haunting and hallowed, Jayhawks are telling the world what's near. Victory.
Around 1.4 billion people follow the Catholic faith worldwide. In the morning of April 21st, the pontiff of the Catholic faith, Pope Francis, passed away. KUJH's Donovan Bullens took a look at the Catholic community here on campus and the lasting impression of Pope Francis's legacy. Now, if you're interested in getting involved, the St. Lawrence Center will be hosting a Battle of the Bands this Friday.
If you don't have an umbrella, now may be the time to invest. A lot of rain and storms are said to be coming our way. Sam is back with a look at the upcoming forecast now in the studio. Sam, how's it looking out there?
Thank you, Lauren, and you were definitely correct about those rain chances. In fact, let's take a look at them for the next 7 days. Today we have a 40% chance primarily around the noon hour. Could see a couple sprinkles, but mainly this afternoon when those storms could redevelop overhead. Tomorrow is our best chance for rain, primarily in the AM hours. Saturday, if you have any outdoor plans, that will be your best day to go outside and get them done, because Sunday through Wednesday next week, those rain chances will return. Now, looking at temperatures around the area, out in Osage City, we're at 71, 72 down in Ottawa, 70 here in Lawrence, and 68 up in Tonganoxie. Going through the afternoon, hour by hour, at 2 p.m. we'll be up to 75, 4 p.m. 76 when those rain chances may start to move into our area. The winds will be light out of the south for most of the day today, maybe up to 10 miles an hour at most, with those rain chances continuing into the 8, maybe even 10 p.m. hours this evening. There is a level 1 out of 5 marginal risk for severe weather off to our west, primarily west of the Topeka area. Now, the storms here should be subsevere. We can't rule out maybe a hailstone up to 1 inch in diameter, but again, the worst of it should be well off to our west this afternoon. Now, high temperature around 78 degrees today is about 8 degrees above average for this time of year. Low 52 is pretty standard. Definitely not going to be anywhere close to those records set back in 2012 or 2013 for high and lows, respectively. Overnight tonight, we'll have a low around 58 degrees, with those showers and storms starting to become a little bit more widespread after 1 a.m., with the wind still light out of the south from 5 to 10 miles an hour. Looking at the weekend, tomorrow AM looks to be your best chance for storms and scattered rainfall. Saturday going to be a nice day, 65 degrees, partly cloudy. Then Sunday, those rain chances return and could see a couple strong wind gusts as well Sunday afternoon. Now adding Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday onto that list, we have, again, chance of showers today and tomorrow, with the best day being Saturday, with the rain chances returning Sunday through Wednesday. Sunday and Monday could see a couple strong wind gusts, and I just want to get your attention early. Monday, do have a 40% chance of storms, and some of those could be on the stronger side, so be aware. Monday afternoon could see some interesting weather here in Lawrence. Back to you.
Thanks, Sam. Don't forget an umbrella, Jayhawks, and be cautious on the roads.
Students from across Kansas gathered at Arrowhead Stadium this week to learn from the pros and step inside the world of sports broadcasting. KUJH's Grace Johnson takes us inside this year's KAB Sports Seminar and shows us how it's giving students a real glimpse of the industry.
The Kansas Association of Broadcasters brought the next generation of storytellers together this Wednesday for its annual sports seminar, a day built to inspire, connect, and equip young broadcasters.
Our main purpose of this seminar today is to connect with high school and college students across Kansas and to get them excited about the broadcasting industry, connect them with professionals, and hopefully teach them a little something along the way.
Nearly 300 students and educators attended this year's event, which opened with Royals broadcaster Jake Eisenberg, who shared how he worked his way from the minors to the majors.
There is no such thing as a linear path in this industry. At least that's something that I've come to glean over the last 7-8 years.
The heart of the seminar was the activities fair, where students got hands-on experiences with everything from green screen weather reports to teleprompter reads, all with real-time feedback from professionals. And for high schooler Coda Moeller, it was a chance to explore different parts of the industry and connect with working broadcasters.
I definitely liked all the different booths. Everyone had something really good to say.
Breakout sessions gave students the opportunity to explore different roles in the broadcasting industry and ask questions directly to the professionals doing the work.
Right now, the format that it's in is the best it's ever been, and we're so proud to have almost 300 people here today learning about not only sports broadcast, but just every facet of the industry.
The day wrapped with student awards, giving Kansas's future broadcasters a taste of where hard work and passion can lead. For KUJH News, I'm Grace Johnson.
Thanks, Grace. It's great to see so many students getting a head start in broadcasting with some real-world experience.
Coming up on KUJH Sports, former Kansas track star took home first place at the Boston Marathon. An update on the men's golf Big 12 championship and more.
National champions deserve a clean campus. Don't wait for other Jayhawks to pick up your mess. Keep the University of Kansas clean.
Welcome back to KUJH Sports. I'm Lindsay Ryan. The Kansas track and field team has been busy after hosting the Kansas Relays last weekend. KUJH's Cooper Hannon is live from Rock Chalk Park and has more. Cooper, how's it going over there?
Hey, it's going pretty good. You know, it's a little bit gloomy, but the weather's pretty nice. The Kansas Relays took place this past weekend, the biggest track meet in the state of Kansas. And for the Jayhawks, there's a total of 10 first-place finishes, 3 of which coming from first-time Kansas Relays participants. In other running records, the Boston Marathon unfolded this past Monday, and well, folks, it was a great day to be a Jayhawk. Former Kansas alum Sharon Lokede took down and won the first place trophy at the Boston Marathon, shattering the course record. And after her last year's Runner Year performance, Lokede came back locked in and beat out the 2-time defending champion Helen Obiri, ultimately beating her by 19 seconds. The Kansas and native of Kenyan, she competed for the Jayhawks back in 2015 to 2019 for KU, and in fact, she was the Big 12 cross-country champion and Women's Runner of the Year back in 2016 and 2017. As for her Boston Marathon win, it marks the 2nd World Major Marathon win and her 5th total marathon major appearance. Now, for the current Jayhawk track and field squad, their next meet will fire off here at Rock Chalk Park on Saturday for the Rock Chalk Classic. Hey, best of luck, Jayhawks. I'm Coop Hannon, passing the baton back to Lindsay in the studio.
Thanks, Cooper. It should be an exciting weekend at the park. Looking at our other Kansas sports teams, the men's golf team is currently competing in the Big 12 Championships in Tulsa. After 2 days of play, the Jayhawks currently sit in 9th place. The women's team just punched their ticket to the NCAA Regionals for the 3rd straight year. They will travel to Cleveland, Ohio for the tournament on May 5th. The Kansas baseball team is on a roll, winning their 5th straight game on Tuesday against Nebraska. The Jayhawks are currently 2nd in the Big 12 standings after a series sweep against K-State last weekend. They will travel to Salt Lake City to take on Utah this Saturday. And finally, the softball team is coming off a huge win of their own last night. Tallying 21 runs, they beat the Kansas City Roos and will look to keep the momentum going tomorrow against Oklahoma State. Now, even though the Kansas tennis team finished their spring season last week, the club tennis team is still in full swing. KUJH's reporter Kayla Beasley has more.
On these courts, it's more than just tennis. For members of the KU Tennis Club, joining represents many different things. For August Apo, it meant a chance to break out of his shell and be a part of a community who shared his passion.
I started playing tennis like my last year of high school, and I really didn't get the chance to build a community for tennis in my high school. And so whenever I learned that there was a tennis club here, I felt like it was a pretty good time to kind of join in and kind of get that community in the tennis world that I didn't really have before.
When the current club president, Sam Fran, joined in 2021, the club was very small due to the COVID-19 pandemic, but since then the club has attracted over 100 paying members. This growth was sparked by an interest in the sport and the club's mission, which Fran explained.
The mission really is founded in our players. It's one of the best communities I've been involved in. Everyone here around the campus courts, honestly, are just here to have a fun time. It's a great way to keep tennis in their lives. A lot of players, stop playing after high school, but this is an opportunity for college students to keep playing tennis at a recreational level. And we thrive out here as a community of like-minded players. It's really great.
Members of the club can try out to compete with their travel team at sectional national tournaments, like their recent trip to the USTA National Championship in Rome, Georgia on April 3rd. Ariana Shalinsky, a travel team member, shared her enjoyment of playing and advice for joining the club.
I think it's so much fun. I love playing with the other people at KU. We all have a shared passion, so it's really great to play with them. I would say just as long as you're down to take tennis seriously, I think you'll be good for the team, and it is a good mix of fun and serious, so you have to be ready for both.
Kayla Beasley, KUJH News.
Thanks, Caleb. That's all the time we have for sports. Stay tuned next week for all the results and more. Coming up on KUJH News, we've got your weekend sports forecast, plus why taking care of the earth matters more than ever. We'll be back.
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you, your identity for life. The University of Kansas, a great place to be you.
Sam is back with us one last time in the studio to give us a look at the forecast for this weekend's sporting events. Sam, is the weather going to be holding up for game day?
Well, KU baseball does look good for the most part up in Salt Lake City as it looks to continue their hot streak, taking on Utah for the game tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Pacific time. It'll be 68 degrees, partly cloudy, winds out of the southwest, no problem there. For the game Saturday at 3 p.m. Central time, it'll be 62 degrees, light winds with mostly sunny skies. Then for their game on Sunday, there will be some showers before the game. I don't know for sure if it'll end by the time first pitch comes. Just to be safe, there is a chance of rain for the game Sunday with the first pitch temperature of 56 degrees. Looking at softball with their series against Oklahoma State, all the games Friday and Saturday to look good. Again, Sunday, and another chance of showers here in Lawrence for that event that could face. Men's golf today down in Tulsa, Oklahoma, some showers there. Track and field in Palo Alto, California, partly cloudy, looks good, 63 degrees. Women's rowing, probably be raining for that event tomorrow and Saturday. Same thing with the track and field Rock Chalk Classic here in Lawrence. And also rain chances for baseball and softball's events next week. Really, that's just the moral of the story. Rain, 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 especially around here. Venus.
Thanks, Sam, and good luck to all the Jayhawks competing this weekend.
This Tuesday, we celebrated Earth Day and had the chance to reflect on what it really means to take care of our planet. KUJH's Annabelle DeFord reminds us just how important the day is.
It can be easy to forget just how beautiful and important our world is. For 24 hours, Earth Day reminds us to look around and soak in all it has to offer.
Well, I think now more than ever, it's pretty important to recognize Earth Day and all the work our predecessors did to make this a recurring thing every year.
I think that protecting the planet is really important. We don't realize how interconnected often things are. So outside of just caring for nature because it's intrinsically valuable, our whole food supply chain is because of nature, right?
Outside of providing us the air we breathe and the food we eat, nature can help us reset mentally and emotionally.
Taking care of something, being responsible for something, having something be alive and vibrant and being connected to it and responsible to it is really good for your brain.
From sunny skies to rolling thunder, our world is something to love. Making a difference in protecting it doesn't have to be hard. Even small changes can go a long way.
I mean, you can just spend some more time outside than you would normally. Maybe plant a plant of some sort. Be mindful of the things that you are buying and, you know, just be mindful of the earth and be mindful of each other.
Although Earth Day has passed, we can love and help our world every day. For KUJH News, Annabelle DeFord.
Even though Earth Day has come and gone, the message lasts all year. Every bit counts when it comes to protecting our planet.
That's right, Lauren. You looking forward to any fun weekend plans?
Well, you know, as of right now, hopefully the weather holds up and I'm just able to go on some walks. I even might get some spring cleaning done. Seems like a good time to do that. What about yourself?
Yeah, just looking forward to soaking up every last bit of these April showers, and you know, really sad that it's we have 2 shows left here at KUJH. I'm gonna start crying here in the studio.
Goes by really fast. Yes, yes. Hold your tears for now.
All right, well, that's all we have for you this morning. Check out KUJH on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram for exclusive content. And keep up to date on the latest stories at KUJHnews.com. I'm Venus Beeland.
And I'm Lauren Ritchie. KUJH News will be back next Thursday at 11:30 a.m. Have a good day.